Welcome to my presentation on strategies for teaching students with specific learning disabilities. This presentation is being done in fulfillment to my studies at USC. I would like to give special thanks to my instructor, Mr. Ronald Sinanam, for his guidance and support. My name is Ravina Ghani. Bear with me as I explain how Grace was taught using some of the learning materials that was developed for her. Dyslexia is a learning difficulty that primarily affects the skills involved in accurate and fluent word reading and spelling. Dyslexia are difficulties in phonological awareness, verbal memory, and verbal processing speed. It occurs across the range of intellectual abilities. Dyslexia affects children in recognizing words and letters. There are 4 stages of dyslexia: phonological, surface, rapid, and double deficit dyslexia. Grace is a child who suffers from dyslexia. Learning materials were developed to teach Grace language skills. Some of the learning materials were developed in mind with Grace to help her to recognize letters and words and to build her artistic skills. To teach Grace, a set of learning materials were used, but the first thing is an emotional check-in was used where Grace had to say how she was feeling, and then the process went on for the lesson. If you're happy today, and I'm going to ask you, why are you happy today? And you tell me why you're happy today. You know, mommy made a great breakfast this morning, or my favorite, and so on. We talk a little about the breakfast and so on, or why you're happy. Then we move on to the next phase. So this is Captain Cotton Pants. Cotton Tree Primaries are a school. So we named the captain of the train Cotton Pants after our school. So Captain Cotton Pants is actually getting everybody on board this reading train. This is the reading train. So here we're starting with pictures, because in reading you need to know your picture, your prints. So you're gonna look at the picture, observe the picture. Then I'm gonna ask you a question now. What did you see? You tell me what you see. So you're gonna tell me, and then you're gonna look to help me build a sentence. I see, what do I see? Dogs or puppies. And then I'm gonna ask you, how many puppies did you see? And then here, integrating a little bit of maths, where you're gonna select the numbers. So we're introducing numbers into the reading to say how many puppies. And last but not least, we're gonna talk about the colors. So you're gonna tell me the color. So you could even say brown, white, blue, and all the colors come out of there. So then after the train, we get on to fingies. So we're gonna do a little story. Now children don't like to read by themselves. So we're taking it apart. So the first thing we talk about is, can the story make sense? So we're doing the tongue, a little science, and then we go each one, a different component, a different day. So we're now rushing through the process. Here now, we have something that you call feat to achieve. So we have the monkey and the cat, and we have Elmo, because children like cartoons. Here you're selecting words. So I'm gonna say, okay, select 5 words. And let's say you go where, ask, friend, school, house. You get to have a banana, and then you feed. So the same procedure for the 2 of them, but different categories. You have vowels, you have consonant blend. Then to move away on that, because you know children get bored fast, we're looking at the pie chart. The pie chart here now is what can be found on a farm. It's like a question, you know, the children is going to look at all the things that can be found on a farm, the pictures, and the words are there, right? And then we have different categories. On this side now, we have Miss Monique and her bag of teaching ideas. So this bag is actually what you as the individual bring as a reader. And I'm going to ask you What are your favorite places that you like to read? What are your favorite books? Where do you like to read? How you like to read? All of this you're going to tell me about you. So this is actually about you as a reader. Come along, we have the reading reel. So as we're learning and coming along, we're reading now, right? And then we reel. When we finish, we keep the reel going. We also have the B's and G's, the tic-tac-toe, but we're not doing the tic-tac-toe, we're doing the word whack-whoa. So we're looking at the words and we're going to create the word whack-whoa using the B's and the G's. So, coming along now, when we finish that, we're looking at family and friends. With all of this, we haven't spoken about punctuation. So here we're introducing punctuation. Family and her friends, the big book, and the full stop. And then we have the comma, talking about himself, the question mark. Do you know who I am? I'm a guy who needs a lot of answers, which is why I ask so many questions. And then we have the exclamation, ouch, look out, didn't you see me? And this is where we go. After this now, we have the glide and read. It's like a snake, you know, snake glide. So we have our dice, so you have to have 6 to start. Unless you have a 6, you can't start. So when you get a 6 and you start, you go to your next number. We have 4. You count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is telling you, oh, don't go back because you're not ready as yet. So and then you move on, and you're moving with this. Wherever you get, you move on until you finish. When you finish, you get a little prize, a little token. And then we come into this one here has been built especially for inclusivity. Now, being a special needs teacher in a primary division and a general practitioner classroom, we have children in mixed ability setting. So we came up with this in mind, wrap, spin and do, where every child is being catered for. So let's say your arrow stop here, you have to make 5 toughest words using Play-Doh. So not necessarily writing, or you can create your word collage. You could write or type on a computer if you don't want to write. You could use your crayon. I even have the jump rope where you jump and spell out words. You use shapes. You ask your friend. Everything is here. You call a code. When you finish this now, in Guyana we know this is the maypole. Now we integrate. The maypole has the reading components have 5 strands. So when you finish all of this process, you're plaiting this strand to get 1 rope because you're a reader and then you're certified. You get a certificate. Thank you.
Thank you for viewing this presentation with the strategies that were developed to teach Grace, who suffers from dyslexia,